Welcome to my game. Yeah. So, obviously, something's up. I've got a lot more buildings than I should half a minute into the game. So, basically, I never liked Empire Wars for a while, but then right before my vacation, I was like, you know what? We're leaving today. I want a few quick games. Let's try Empire Wars, and you know, it's the Red Bull Wololo rules right now. So, weird maps. There's a time limit in game, which I don't actually think shows up in here. But there's a time limit of like an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, so we've got some weird scout shenanigans here. My opponent's going for a scout rush, but we've got me in green playing as the Cumans at around 1200 elo, and main PY playing as the Persians in red at around 1500 elo. Now, that's part of why I wanted to cast this game, because I'm pretty proud of myself for this game. Now, this is, the elos I have up at the top is 1v1 elo. In, the RBW elo, I was, I think, like, around 1100, and they were, around 1200, so. It shows it down here, but I don't think I was that close to 1,000. Like, I was higher than that. I'm 90% sure. But they go for a fast castle, whereas since I'm Cumans, I wanted to go for feudal boom. And I don't like Cumans very much, so you know, I'm a little out of my element whenever I get Cumans. I usually, what I do most of the time, unless it's like a team game or a water map, I will pick a civ and then enable random, like most people probably do. So if the opponent doesn't have random enabled, I'll get the civ I want, and if they do, I get random civ. So here, they had random enabled, and of course, I got Cumans, which I don't really like to play, so I wasn't too sure what to do. So I thought, I'll just feudal boom, and maybe make cav archers when I get up. Or maybe I was gonna go for step lancers, because I do. Either I was gonna try and counter the scouts with my own here with the stable, or I was planning to switch into not cav archers, step lancers. But as you can see, I'm nowhere near the amount of food I need when this guy gets up to castle. And they're actually mining a bunch of stone outside their base. And you can see they're bringing a bunch of villagers across the map. So, me, over here, I am just an innocent little boy thinking, oh, let me just turtle up and do my little feudal age boom, and they won't be able to hurt me. I'll have a great eco. What I don't realize is that this guy has other plans, and actually tried to place the castle on my walls. I didn't know that. I actually don't think I knew the castle was there until he had got it up, because I remember I got an attack signal, and that's why I looked over, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he puts it there, and I think the spear attacking my house maybe is, yeah. Because I was just planning to fortify up this wall, didn't think anything was going to come, and then either that spearman getting attacked or that house getting poked. is what alerted me. And I actually take a while to respond. Wow. I suck at this game. Okay. So yeah, now I start kind of putting up walls here because I didn't want it to be too easy to run through to this TC. And obviously I'm a little annoyed because, you know, of course I get castle dropped. When I was just running a peaceful little game. Like, I don't really care about my Red Bull Elo. I just play it for some quick games with interesting maps. Like, I like the maps a lot more than standard Empire Wars maps. I feel like they should keep these in the map pool after the tournament ends in October. Because this, I think, like, the game mode is the qualifiers for it or something, I'm pretty sure. Seems a little interesting. Like, it would be hard to do, but I feel like you could cheat your way into the tournament by just matching up with your friend a bunch. Like, obviously it would be really hard to do, but I've matched up with people who were 200 elo higher than me in Red Bull elo. And I'm actually top 500 in the world in Red Bull rankings, because not a lot of people are playing the Red Bull game mode. But yeah, I make step lancers, so that was... I don't know if that was my plan originally. I think I might have changed it when I saw what was going on. But usually when I end up with a step lancer civ, I like to go for step lancers because they're broken. Yeah, I'm like the worst person to play against. I am annoying. But I actually, a little sloppy there. I lose my step lancer, but then he has to back up because I've got more. And I actually clear most of this up. I think I get that villager. Yeah, he kills his own scout there. But he starts making war elephants, and so I place a monastery up there. Yeah. And it was just like annoying thing after annoying thing that Red was doing here. And I just had to deal with every single thing they were doing. I'm down to 1 TC at this point, but I still have a better eco than them. I think that was mostly... I mean, that was most of the reason I did so well. I didn't know that they had such a bad eco, but they did. And to add insult to injury, they go for a second castle here. I was not, like, mad, but I was kind of, you know, I wasn't happy here. But I do end up... I get a second TC out there, and then I think I place one up here a little bit later, just trying to fix my eco after what happened down here. And basically what I'm trying to do is just get the elephants to my side, snipe the mangonel, and not lose my units. And I have to... My villagers were just switching jobs every second, basically. It was a very messy game. And now I'm not as proud of it, knowing that this guy has 9 minutes of idle TC time, but I have 8, so... We basically had the same amount. And I delete the house there so I can get the mangonel easier. I'm such a good player. And he deletes the elephant, of course.
Alright.
Don't want me getting that. So, Cumans get capped ram in Castle Age, which capped ram is usually an Imperial Age tech. But the Cumans are weird, and they decided, let's just have really good rams. Also, he breaks through to do some damage. It's actually shocking how much damage war elephants do to buildings. Like, I always underestimate them because I don't go up against them enough. But it is scary when they start going for buildings. so I'm on 3 TCs, just as they are, and we've actually evened out in villager count now, as I start to slow down in production. But I do get both of those conversions there, which is very good for me, because now I have huge assets, I guess. I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, I always look for words and then, like, that doesn't actually make sense. So I try and go out for some raids here because I figured, well, if he's putting this much into this forward base, then he's not really going to have much defense at home. And I was right. I mean, he didn't have anything other than TCs, but I couldn't really get much damage here. Yeah, I could have got, like, maybe 2 villagers there, but I thought there would be villagers here. But it was just the mining camps left over from getting the stone. And I've got wheelbarrow coming in now. So, both of us were planning our own ram rushes for these castles, right? And here I start, I think, saving up for capped ram. It's 300 food, so obviously I had a bit of ways to go. And I was still trying to raid back here. I think I get 2. What am I doing? Okay, well, get 2 more there. But he's higher than me. And, yeah, so red advances forward. And I think one of the biggest reasons that I keep this castle up here is because of the elephants that he let me get. Obviously, the villagers are doing some work here, and I don't know. I think I saw their siege workshop garrisoned, so I made a mangonel just in case, and it helps a lot too there. And now I have 4 war elephants that are helping me clear up these rams. And then I go from defending my own castle to knocking this castle down. And at some point, I made a petard. Where's... Alright. Just the random explosion in front of the elephants there. It's a nice sight. But the conversions on these elephants were doing great things for me. I do lose these 2 very soon, though. Yeah. But then I have the steppe lancers come over and distract this elephant. And then these repairing villagers I started attacking. I think. Yeah. And then I lose both of my monks trying to get that elephant, unfortunately. But I got a little greedy. But red still has nothing at home. And so I knocked down that castle, and now I can afford capped ram. But that is just as they click up to imp. Now, I have a lot of gold, so I think I buy up pretty soon. Yeah, as I'm saying it, I buy up there. And so I'm... Okay, somehow I am already 40 seconds behind. Didn't seem like it took that much time, but okay. Deletes another elephant there. Like, red's biggest problem here was that he kept losing the elephants to me, whether it be through deleting or conversion. But red is going to make a switch into crossbows, which are famously known as trash bows with the Persians, because Commanderon, their Castle Age unique tech, makes crossbowmen only cost wood. It replaces some of the, all of the gold cost with wood. But in exchange, they only get crossbow, no arbalesters, because arbalesters that cost only wood would be too good. And now red adds a 4th town center, as I'm I'm placing this castle here to get more, you know, get more presence on the map, get more resources, and obviously kind of looking to push his base in the near future as soon as I get up, really. And now I've got capped rams. As good as trebuchets are, the switch into straight trash bow wasn't the best because those are gonna do basically no damage to my rams. And then I can kind of just waltz under the castle. And I send the elephants forward. And yeah, this treb has nothing guarding it, really. I think I eventually get these elephants to attack something, or maybe I just let them die there. Oh, okay. I get the stem lancers under there. Now, this elephant is a problem. But that many capped rams, the castle does go down pretty quickly. And I've got 4 monks now, so I can convert that pretty quickly there. And it garrisons so that I can't convert it. I don't know where... To this day, I don't know where that scout came from. In-game, I noticed it at the same time I just did now. And I was so confused. But, yeah, I clear both of the castles up. And he's got nothing. Red has nothing now. It's crazy how quickly the game turned around. Like, they have nothing at home other than a pretty decent eco, but I'm not too far behind in villager count, and I'm still producing. I mean, I'm kind of forgetting about my farms over there, and these guys are all idle. I did notice that my eco was kind of in shambles at the end there, because I was just sweating, trying to get this guy off my face. But he kills this elephant, which means he can go after my monks, but I actually get all 4 conversions there. And so in exchange for 2 monks, actually, yeah, 2 monks, I kill the rest of his dwindling numbers. And pretty soon here, I think maybe I take the treb out first, but yeah, they call it. And I win a game against a 1500. So, pretty cool. Now, I have been 1300 before, but because of the vacation, I'm kind of hovering around 1200. Lost a few games before I left, and then since I've come back, I only went up like 1 game and then lost a bunch. So I'm just hovering right above 1200 now, but I'll probably be back up in the 1300s not too long, not too far in the future. But 1300 is, even at my best, I'm still like 180 elo lower than they are at this during this game. And I don't know what to take from the fact that I beat a 1500, other than the fact that I could definitely work on my early game more, maybe, because I was able to beat a 1500 pretty easily in the late game. That could have partially been because they weren't focusing on their eco, but I pushed back an all-in push from a 1500, as well as in Castle Age I did that. I mean, I got up to imp later, but this treb never used. No imp upgrades were used other than capped ram, but I get that in Castle. So very proud of that entire game. And yeah, it's not like the funniest game ever, but I thought it was a nice, quick, intense one, intense and messy. So thanks for watching, and I mentioned in my first cast back that I was gonna have one that I messed up a few weeks ago. Like I had pre-recorded some games and I was gonna schedule them. I was like thinking ahead, like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna schedule these to go out like 3 different times across when I'm gone. And then I realized I didn't record my microphone audio, and they weren't gameplay videos, so it's not like I could be like, oh, well, it was just an accident, doesn't matter that much. They were casts, and they were each 30 minutes long, so it was all just 30 minutes of me doing this. So yeah, not the best watch, but I did get my friend to re-record some of them for me, and one of those is probably gonna show up at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be the one, the AoE Theater episode after this, or if it's gonna take a little bit longer, but yeah. Look for that, because it's not gonna be me casting, and you might be shocked when my voice is different. Also, don't know why I was getting Sanctity.